Google quietly added a feature to Gemini that lets you clone yourself into an AI. Not figuratively, you can literally build a custom AI assistant that knows your job, your files, your style, and responds like you trained it personally. It's called Gems, and almost nobody's talking about how powerful this actually is. In this video, I'll break down everything: what Gems are, how to set one up from zero, and the exact workflows that are saving businesses and creators hours every single week. Let's jump in. Problem Gems solve. Here's the scenario most of you are dealing with right now. You open Gemini, you type out a paragraph explaining what you do, what tone you want, maybe some formatting rules. You get a decent response. Then tomorrow, you do the exact same thing again. And the day after that. And every single time, Gemini has zero memory of who you are or what you needed yesterday. That right there is the core problem. AI chatbots are stateless by default. Every conversation starts from scratch. And if your work involves repeating the same kind of task, writing emails in a specific voice, analyzing data against company benchmarks, generating lesson plans for your classroom, you're burning time on setup that should have been a one-time thing. Gemini Gems fix this entirely. A gem is a saved configuration. You write your instructions once, your role, your rules, your preferred output format, and from that point on, every conversation you start with, that gem comes preloaded with all of that context. No re-explaining. No prompt templates saved in a Google Doc somewhere. You click on the gem, and it already knows what to do. Google launched this in August 2024, and it's since become one of the most used features inside Gemini Advanced. But the real power isn't in the feature itself. It's in how you set it up. And that's what most guides skip over. What's actually happening under the hood. Before we build anything, it helps to understand what a gem actually does technically, because this changes how you think about designing one. When you create a gem, you're essentially writing a system-level prompt that gets injected into every conversation before your actual question. On top of that, you can attach up to 10 files, documents, PDFs, code files, spreadsheets, that get sent alongside your query as reference material. So the model isn't just following instructions, it's grounding its answers in real data that you provided. You can also assign default tools to a gem. So if you want your research gem to automatically trigger deep research mode every time, you can configure that up front. Same for image generation through Canvas or any other Gemini tool. Now the trade-off. Gems are entirely app-based. There's no API. You can't call a gem from a script, you can't automate it externally, and you can't integrate it into a custom pipeline through code. Everything happens inside the Gemini web or mobile app. For some people, that's a deal breaker. For most people, it's completely fine because the interface is genuinely well designed. The way I think about it, gems are the fastest path from I have a repeating AI task to that task is now handled automatically. No coding required. No third-party tools. Just you, your instructions, and Gemini. 5 gems that are actually worth building. All right, let's get practical. I'm going to walk through 5 gems that cover different use cases, because the best way to understand what's possible is to see real examples. Gem 1, the brand voice writer. If you create any kind of content, emails, social posts, blog articles, scripts, this one's a no-brainer. You write instructions defining your exact tone, sentence structure preferences, words you always use, words you never use, and upload a few samples of your best writing as reference files. From that point on, every draft this gem produces sounds like you wrote it, not generic AI copy. Your voice. Marketing teams are using this exact setup to keep messaging consistent across a dozen different people. Gem 2, the data analyst. Upload your quarterly reports, your KPI spreadsheet, your revenue data. Tell the gem to act as a senior business analyst who calculates customer acquisition cost, forecasts growth trends, and identifies anomalies in the data. Now, instead of spending an hour staring at a spreadsheet, you ask a question in plain English and get analysis back immediately. Google specifically highlights this kind of marketing insights gem as one of their top business use cases. Gem 3, the Code Reviewer. This one is for developers. Upload your team's style guide, your architectural documentation, even a few key modules from your codebase. Set the Gems persona as a senior engineer who reviews code for readability, performance, and adherence to your team's standards. Paste in a pull request and get structured feedback in seconds. One developer built a Python refactorer gem that enforces architectural patterns more consistently than most human reviewers on their team. Gem 4, the Lesson Planner. Teachers, this is where gems get genuinely transformative. Upload your district's curriculum standards, your classroom norms, past lesson plans that worked well. Now when you need a snow day makeup activity or a quiz aligned to specific learning objectives, you type one sentence and get output that's already tailored to your exact requirements. K-12 educators across the US are reporting hours saved per week with this approach. And there's even a community site called edugems.ai, where teachers share their gems with each other. Gem 5, the Policy Expert. This one blew my mind. A superintendent in Illinois uploaded every single school board governance document into a gem. New board members now use it on day one to ask questions like, can I approve this budget without a formal vote? And get answers pulled directly from actual policy text. Think about that for any organization. Onboarding, compliance, internal knowledge bases. You could replicate this for any company handbook or regulatory framework. The pattern across all 5 is the same. Specific instructions plus relevant files equals an AI assistant that actually knows your domain. That's the formula. Building your first gem. Time to build. I'll walk through this step by step, so you can follow along. Open gemini.google.com and sign in. Over on the left sidebar, you'll see Explore Gems. Click that, then hit New Gem at the top. First field, name it. Be descriptive. Client email coach beats email helper. When your gem list hits double digits, which it will, you'll thank yourself for being specific now. Next up, instructions. This is the heart of your gem, and where most people half commit. Don't do that. Think about 4 things. Persona. Who is this gem? You are a senior content strategist with 10 years of experience in B2B SaaS marketing. Task. What does it do? Your job is to rewrite draft emails to match our company's communication style. Context. Any rules or boundaries. Always keep emails under 150 words. Never use exclamation marks. Reference our brand guide when suggesting tone adjustments. Format. How should the output look? Provide the rewritten email first, then a brief explanation of what you changed and why. Now here's a tip that saves a ton of time. See that little wand icon next to the instructions box? Click it. Gemini will rewrite and expand your instructions for clarity. It's basically an AI prompt engineer built right into the builder. Write a rough version, hit the wand, then edit the result. Way faster than trying to nail the perfect prompt from scratch. Over on the right side, there's a live preview panel. Type a test prompt and see how your gem responds before saving. Run at least 3 or 4 different test queries. Check for edge cases. What happens if someone asks something slightly outside the gem's scope? If the response drifts, tighten the instructions. This back and forth is where good gems become great ones. Now, if your gem needs reference material, click Add Files. Upload from your computer or pull directly from Google Drive. You get up to 10 files per gem. This is what turns a basic prompt wrapper into a knowledge-grounded assistant. Upload your brand guidelines for a marketing gem, your API docs for a coding gem, your curriculum standards for a teaching gem. The more relevant the files, the sharper the output. One thing to know about Drive files, they sync automatically. If someone updates the source document, your gem picks up those changes. That's incredibly useful for keeping things current, but it also means you need to be deliberate about what you link. Hit save. Your gem is live. It shows up under My Gems, and you can access it from any device. Sharing, teams, and access control building. A great gem is step 1. Getting it in front of the right people is step 2. Click the share icon next to any gem, and you've got 2 options. First, invite specific people by email. Works with Gmail or Workspace contacts. You choose whether they get viewer access, which means they can use the gem but can't change anything, or editor access, which lets them modify instructions and files. Second option, generate a shareable link. Copy it, send it wherever you want. Anyone with that link and the right permissions can start using your gem immediately. For workspace organizations, sharing gets even more flexible. You can share gems org-wide or restrict them to specific teams. Admins can set data retention policies and compliance controls on top. But here's the critical thing to remember. When you share a gem, you're sharing everything inside it. The instructions and the files. If you've uploaded client contracts or internal financial data, anyone with access can see that material. So be intentional about what goes into a gem you plan to distribute. Keep sensitive gems private or restricted to trusted editors only. What separates good gems from great ones? I've tested dozens of gems at this point, and the gap between a mediocre one and an excellent one almost always comes down to the same few things. Specificity in instructions is everything. A gem that says, "Help me write emails," will give you generic output. A gem that says, "Rewrite my client follow-up emails using a warm but professional tone. Keep paragraphs to 2 sentences max. Always end with a specific next step action item. And reference the attached brand voice document for phrasing guidance." That gem will produce something you can actually send without editing. Test with variety, not just your ideal prompt. Throw curveball queries at your gem during the preview stage. Ask it something partially related but slightly off topic, and see how it handles the boundary. If it goes off the rails, add guardrails in your instructions. If asked about topics outside your scope, redirect the user to the appropriate resource. Keep your file upload surgical. Don't dump 10 documents in hoping the gem figures out what's relevant. Each file should directly serve the gem's task. A sales email. Gem needs your pitch deck and style guide, not your entire company wiki. Treat gems as living tools. Revisit them monthly. Your business evolves, your writing style shifts, new projects change your priorities. A gem you built 3 months ago might need a refresh to match where you are today. And organize from the start. Use naming conventions. Prefix with work or content or personal, because your gem list will grow faster than you expect. Pricing, plans, and real limitations. Let's be honest about what you get at each tier. The free plan includes gems with around 32,000 tokens of context and roughly 30 prompts per day. It's enough to experiment, but you'll hit the ceiling quickly if you're using gems for real work. Google AI Plus at $12 a month pushes context to 128,000 tokens with 100 daily prompts and access to the stronger Gemini Pro 3.1 model, plus deep research and Canvas. Google AI Pro at $30 a month unlocks the full 1 million token context window, 500 daily prompts, image generation, and code assist. For organizations, gems come bundled with Gemini Advanced as part of Google Workspace plans. That includes everything from Pro tier plus admin controls, data retention policies, and compliance certifications. Now the honest limitations. 10 files max per gem. No API access whatsoever. This is strictly a UI feature. Gems don't work with Gemini Live or voice interactions. They don't carry memory between separate conversations. Each new chat in a gem starts fresh with just the instructions and files. And, like any language model, gems can hallucinate, especially with vague prompts. Always verify critical outputs before acting on them. For workspace users, Google confirms that your data isn't used for model training without permission. But still, exercise judgment about what you upload. Just because the privacy policy protects you doesn't mean you should load a gem with social security numbers. Advanced moves. Most people don't know about. Now, for the stuff that takes your gem game to another level. Chain gems together manually. Use a research gem to refine your question into the perfect query. Copy that output. Paste it into your writing gem to produce a first draft. Then run that draft through an editing gem for polish. 3 gems, 3 steps, 1 seamless workflow. It's a manual agent pipeline that works right now, no fancy tooling required. Combine gems with Gemini's built-in tools inside the same session. Start a conversation with your marketing gem, generate copy, then ask it to create a visual using Canvas. Or trigger deep research mid-conversation to pull in live web data that informs the gem's next response. Never start from scratch when you don't have to. Google provides pre-made gems: Brainstormer, Coding Partner, Learning Coach, Career Guide, Writing Editor. Copy any of these, then customize the instructions for your specific needs. It's the fastest way to get to a working gem. And if you're on a team, co-build your gems. Have your strategist write the persona, your analyst define the data instructions, your designer specify the output format. The shared editor access makes collaborative gem design straightforward, and the result reflects everyone's expertise instead of just one person's perspective. Here's the bottom line. Gemini Gems give you a way to package your expertise, your context, and your preferences into a persistent AI assistant that works the moment you click on it. No setup tax, no prompt gymnastics. Just results that are actually tailored to your domain from the first message. Whether that's streamlining your business operations, leveling up your content production, accelerating your dev workflow, or transforming how you teach, gems are quietly one of the most practical AI features available right now. And most people haven't even touched them yet. Drop a comment and tell me what gem you're building first. I read every single one. If you got value from this, subscribe. More breakdowns like this are coming. Links to everything mentioned are in the description. Go build something useful.